Hello, I'm Brian Hood from the sixfigurehomestudio.com, and today I'm trying something a little bit new. I'm experimenting with recording a video and audio version of my blog articles, and my hope is that this provides you with an alternative and possibly more entertaining, if not more convenient, way to read these articles, listen to these articles, watch these articles, and just ultimately learn. I am 100% open to your feedback, so if you have any suggestions on ways that I can improve the experience for you, please just leave a comment below. Do you struggle to find high-quality artists to work with in your studio? Are you tired of recording local bands who don't take things seriously? In this video, we'll discuss how to reverse engineer your journey to a full-time home studio. I try to keep a pulse on what my readers want, so from time to time, I send out surveys. These surveys are a great way for me to learn about the issues that many home studios are facing, which allows me to then create better content for you. In a recent survey, I asked my readers about their studio's biggest struggle. Although nearly 500 people took the survey, the vast majority of the answers were the same. Take a look for yourself. Here are just a few of the anonymous answers. 1. My biggest issue is landing clients more consistently with bigger budgets that complement my experience, skill, and overhead costs. I could land a bunch of $50 to $100 mix jobs, but we both know the tracks and songs likely won't be strong, thus not sustainable enough for me to quit my day job. 2. My biggest struggle is getting clients. There's practically no music scene in my area, and I can't afford to drive 2 hours, 2 ways every weekend on the hope that I land a job and/or network with good people. 3. I'm struggling with networking and getting the next level clients. I spend a lot of my time working with low quality recordings and musicians. I want to deliver the best result possible, but it takes a lot of work. And my clients can't afford to pay me more for it, so I usually have to do more work for less income. 4. My struggle is finding clients. I used to play in a band and I knew everyone in my local scene, but I moved away years ago, and as a result, I struggle to find clients. 5. My biggest struggle is bringing in a steady flow of decent artists and bands that aren't just looking for a deal or cheap recordings. I don't work for free, but it always seems like people assume they can get things for free, and I'm finding it hard to find bands that aren't actually willing and able to put some money into their record. 6. I'm confident on what I can do, and I know that I can provide a really cool sounding product, but it's proving difficult to find a good amount of clients. 7. I would say my biggest struggle is finding clients and building a reputation. It's hard to build a portfolio when you haven't had any clients, and so it's hard to book clients because you don't have a portfolio to show them anything. Most home studios seem to struggle with finding more and better artists to work with, and this should come as no surprise. The main reason I wanted to show you these quotes is to prove that you are not alone. No matter what your own struggle is when it comes to your studio, there are still plenty of people out there sharing that struggle. The second reason I wanted to show you these quotes is to help guide you towards a solution to this problem, and it's not going to be what you probably think it is. By the time you reach the end of this video, hopefully, you'll have found a few ways you can start to tackle your studio's major struggles. Before we can discuss potential solutions for you, I want to come out and say that marketing, networking, and other forms of getting the word out is definitely not the solution to your struggles. Surprising? Let me explain. First of all, marketing a turd does not make that turd any more valuable. I like that saying. If you put out terrible work, then no amount of marketing is going to save you. If you don't know how to price your services, then no amount of marketing is going to save you. If you don't have the motivation to succeed, no amount of marketing is going to save you. If you're terrible at managing your money, no amount of marketing is going to save you. If you just plain suck to be around, no amount of marketing is going to save you. I could keep going, but I think you get the point. You may be asking, if marketing isn't the answer to my biggest struggle, then what is the issue? This is where we get to the meat of this video, a framework that is going to hopefully help you discover where you're falling short and where you need to prioritize your improvement efforts. The home studio hierarchy of needs. Side note, if you're listening to this audio, this is the part where you just need to either watch the video or read the article so you can see this image. I know this may not look like much to you yet. You probably have more questions than answers by now, but let's dive into what this actually is. Inspired from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the home studio hierarchy of needs shows the basic fundamentals necessary to create a profitable, flourishing home studio business. Starting from the bottom, the hierarchy shows the order of importance of these 7 needs, with mindset and psychology the most important, and profit the least important. Now, how can psychology be more important than profit? You're probably thinking. It's pretty simple. Without a clear grasp and understanding of the levels below the top of the pyramid, profit is going to be very difficult for you to attain, if not impossible. While some of these levels may include some overlap, the order to this hierarchy is significant. If you noticed, marketing is second from the top and thus one of the last things you need to worry about. When mastering each level of this hierarchy, it should be tackled from the bottom up. So if you're struggling with the mindset and psychology of business, mastering that should be your main focus before you even begin to worry about skills and knowledge. If your biggest struggle is skills and knowledge, then that should be your priority before you move on to relationships and ethics, or positioning and differentiation. Let's dive in from the bottom up and discuss how important each of the 7 levels are in order to run a successful home studio business. Level 1, mindset and psychology. Why does this matter? Mindset and psychology are the unsexy business topics few seem to talk about, yet these are 2 of the most important factors to contribute to your success. These 2 factors influence your drive, your determination, your motivation, your confidence, your ability to learn, and even your outlook on life and business. Have you ever lacked the motivation to do something that you know you should be doing? Have you ever struggled with the thought of raising your rates? Do you doubt your self-worth? Does the mere thought of networking or client outreach cause anxiety? These are some of the most common issues I see, and it goes back to mindset and psychology, the foundation on which everything else in your business is built. Here are some signs that you've neglected mindset and psychology. You consistently give up on projects before completion. You lack the motivation and drive to get important things done. Even when you know exactly what needs to be done, you can't make yourself do it. You struggle with consistency and discipline. You lack confidence in many areas of life and business. You see life as a zero-sum game. Pettiness, jealousy, and anger issues get in the way of personal and professional relationships. You just have an overall bad attitude. You have a victim mentality where you constantly blame others for your misfortunes. You ostracize yourself from people due to constant complaining and self-criticism. You view videos like this as self-help BS, which you refuse to take seriously. This quote sums up mindset and psychology well. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. Thomas Jefferson. Level 2, skills and knowledge. Why does this matter? Well, skills and knowledge make up the second level in our hierarchy, and sadly, it's where most people seem to fall short. Here is just a partial list of the skills and knowledge necessary to run a successful recording studio. People skills, negotiation skills, mixing, mastering, tracking, editing, time management, money management, people management, problem solving, financial skills, social skills. Which skills do you lack? A studio owner who is struggling financially may tend to skip this step and go straight for the marketing level in the hierarchy. Even though they may lack the necessary skills required to put out high-quality work from their studio, they think that marketing or some other silver bullet will save their struggling business. Again, marketing a turd doesn't make that turd any more valuable. There's a certain level of skills and knowledge necessary before you can afford to focus on the next levels in the hierarchy. Skills and knowledge are what influence your success in relationships, business, money, the quality of people attracted into your life, your ability to manage money, your ability to solve problems, the quality of work that comes out of your studio, and many other key areas. Here are some signs that you've neglected your skills and knowledge. The quality of work coming out of your studio is bad. People don't take you seriously, either professionally or personally. Your finances are in shambles. You're difficult to talk to, and you lack the social skills to understand and interact properly with your clients, thus killing your chances of business. You have difficulty building and maintaining relationships, both with clients and other professionals. You struggle to attract successful friends and mentors into your life. You're surrounded with people who are generally doing nothing exciting with their lives. You rarely read, you don't listen to audiobooks or podcasts, or spend time finding ways to improve your skill set. Self-education simply isn't part of your daily routine. Level 3, relationships and ethics. Why does this matter? Relationships and ethics are all about 2 things. 1, surrounding yourself with amazing people who are going to help you achieve your goals. 2, building and maintaining a reputation of fairness, hard work, integrity, and high quality. Relationships play a crucial role in every successful business or a successful life for that matter. Professional relationships lead to new opportunities. Mentors give you knowledge and insight that you could have never otherwise discovered. And personal relationships give you a sense of belonging, support, and fulfillment, as well as a much needed break from the hustle and bustle of running a successful business. Having the right people in your life can give you the freedom to pursue both personal and professional goals without fear of losing your support network. Having the wrong people in your life, however, can end up dragging you down before you've even gotten your fair chance. Ever heard the term guilty by association? Whether it's consciously or subconsciously, people will judge you based off of who you associate yourself with. Now, ethics are the glue that hold these relationships together, and it's essential for any sort of long-term success with your business. It's up to you to set the precedent for every single future interaction someone has with your home studio. Will people give you the benefit of the doubt if there's ever any question about an issue? Will people trust that you'll do what you'll say you'll do? Or will people constantly doubt your every word, never giving you the benefit of the doubt? A solid reputation can take an entire lifetime to build and can be completely destroyed in about 2 minutes. Here are some signs that you've neglected your relationships and ethics. You may not have a mentor in your life to guide you through the hurdles of business success and failure. You constantly find yourself in toxic relationships professionally, personally, and/or romantically. People constantly talk negatively about you or your business, and know this is not a haters gonna hate situation. You don't have a support system in place to get you through tough times. People flat out refuse to work with you, even if you're considered talented at what you do. You've burned bridges that continue to hold you back from professional success. People constantly doubt your honesty, and you may even get blamed for things you didn't do. Level 4, positioning and differentiation. Why does this matter? Positioning and differentiation affects your overall appeal to potential clients. These are all the things you do to set yourself apart from your competitors. This level will ultimately affect the quality of artists you work with and how much you can charge for the services you offer. If you're tired of working with lackluster artists who pay next to nothing, this is the area you need to work on. But, of course, not before mastering the areas below it. Here are some signs that you've neglected positioning and differentiation. You only attract low-quality artists to your studio. I can't afford you is something that you constantly hear from bands. You're unable to raise your prices. The only way you can compete with your local competition is by lowering your prices. You become a commodity, which means your price is always a race to the bottom. No one seems to care that your studio exists. If you're interested in digging into this subject of positioning a little further, there's a video about this on the article in my blog. Level 5, systems and management. Why does this matter? This is where the rubber meets the road. Every single thing you do to grow your studio will be magnified by your systems and management, or demagnified by your lack thereof. Simple examples of systems would be how you respond to your quote requests, how you set up your studio for recording sessions, and how you approach repetitive tasks like editing. Management would be the way in which you handle your employees, interns, contractors, or even customers. Think it's time to hire an assistant or start marketing your studio? Think again. Until you get the systems and management part down, you'll end up squandering away most of your new leads and throwing your assistant into inefficient tasks, thus wasting time and money on both. Systems and management determine the efficiency of your entire business. Until you have this part down, you'll be stuck working 80 hours a week with never enough money to show for your hard work. If you're not careful, you can get sucked into the black hole of endless catch-up work in your business while making zero progress on your business. Here are some signs that you've neglected positioning and differentiation. Money seems to disappear without a trace. Artists seem to constantly cancel their bookings. You have lots of awkward talks about money with artists. You're constantly chasing down artists who owe you money. Potential work slips through the cracks unbeknownst to you. Your computer becomes a wasteland of files, folders, and junk with no organizational structure. Recording, mixing, mastering, writing, these sessions take twice as long as they should. Responding to emails becomes a chore that you constantly fall behind on. You waste money on gear that makes zero difference to your bottom line. You have no idea where the weak points are in your sales funnel, or even what a sales funnel is for that matter. Your business is stuck in a rut that seems inescapable. You failed to effectively reinvest your profits into things that will actually help grow your income. Level 6, marketing and awareness. Why does this matter? This is what I would consider one of the final stages of a full-time home studio, yet it seems to be one of the first areas people like to place their focus. Yes, this is an important part of a successful home studio, but it's typically something that falls into place once you get everything else right. There is no magic bullet that will launch your studio into the limelight overnight. Your studio's rise to the top will be slow and methodical. That being said, it's important to stay top of mind in certain circles within your niche. Clearly, if no one knows who you are or fails to think of you when a project comes up, you will never win the job. Awareness is the key to getting the big wins further down the road, and this is how you put yourself on the road to success. Don't waste time and money on advertising and marketing without nailing the first 5 areas of this hierarchy first. Otherwise, you run the risk of doing more harm to your business than good. Here are some signs that you've neglected marketing and awareness. No one knows who you are or what you do, which means you get little to no business coming through your doors. Your studio's year-to-year growth is little to none. You fail to progress from small-time local artists to bigger and better projects. Bands rarely return to your studio for a second and third project. Note that there are plenty of people who focus all their efforts on marketing and awareness with little to nothing to show for it. Even if your studio shows signs that you've neglected marketing and awareness, do not worry about this level until you've gotten the first 5 down. Level 7, profit and maximization. Why does this matter? This is where we start polishing your home studio business machine to maximize both your business income and your personal income through leveraging employees and contractors. By graduating from the solopreneur to a team, you'll be able to start focusing more on your business instead of in your business. This means you'll spend your time only doing the things you do best, ultimately making the most out of your personal skill set. Once you've built a team to support your business, you'll discover new ways to grow your studio. This is the final level and arguably the most enjoyable. Once you've made it this far, the problems you face are actually good problems to have. Here are some signs that you've neglected profit and maximization. You're stuck doing every single thing in your business, regardless of how much you enjoy it or how effective you are. Your studio's income is stagnant and possibly even shrinking year to year. You're unable to make any large upgrades to your gear or facilities without taking on debt. You are the bottleneck slowing down your business. Your inability to say no to people has caused you to constantly be bogged down by nightmare projects that never seem to end. Tying it all together. Now that you're aware of the home studio hierarchy of needs, what levels do you need to improve? If your goal is transitioning to a full-time home studio, the key to success is knowing where you fall short, then knowing what to do about it. The problem is this: you don't know what you don't know. If you're not quite sure where to begin, I have something that may help. I put a lot of work in with a team of developers to create some assessment software that goes along with this framework. And don't worry, everything is free per usual. This will take a while to go through, but in the end, you'll get a score on each of the 7 levels in the hierarchy, and you'll get a custom action plan based off of your results. This is way more than a simple, "Which Disney princess are you?" kind of quiz. The results and action plans you get from this assessment actually matter because, honestly, who cares whether you're Snow White, or Cinderella? And for the record, I'm apparently Tiana, according to the quiz. All jokes aside, I realize how frustrating it can be if you've been spinning your wheels and getting absolutely nowhere. This assessment is your chance to shed some light on why things are not going the way they should and what you can do about it. And just a word of warning before you begin, there is no silver bullet to your studio success, and this is no different. This framework is just the approach I've taken over the last 8 years, and it worked for me, but it may not work for you. There are clearly other ways to think about this issue. My only hope is that it may open up your eyes to a new way of thinking and give you a fresh perspective on how to approach your journey to a full-time career in recording. If you're ready to dig into your own business and your own mind and get serious about improving your weak spots, you can take the assessment for free by going to the6figurehomestudio.com/profit. And if you don't have time right now, there's a link on the bottom of this blog article that you can click, and I'll send you a reminder to take it later. If you're watching this on YouTube for some reason, just hit that dislike button below, and whatever you do, don't subscribe to my channel.